Mm. Hello, and welcome to the fourth episode of Let's Talk About It. I am your host, the GIDIS DIDI Skky. What's up, you guys? Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It is going to be a fabulous show. I promise you that. We have promised each and every show is going to be entertaining, educational, and engaging. And this one is not going to, we're not going to lose you on this one. I promise you, it's going to be so good. My guy is here, my college mate, my friend, XFL coach, Reggie Barlow is in the house. So we're going to talk everything XFL, NFL, life after the NFL. He's going to spread the tea, pour the tea, give it to us right here on Let's Talk About It with your girl, DiDI Skky. But of course, I could not do this without my sidekick and co-host. Give it up for Maejor.
Hey, yo, what's going on, DiDi?
What's going on? How are you, Maejor?
I'm feeling pretty stupendous. I've been reading the thesaurus and the dictionary, really trying to get bigger words out. So stupendous is the word for myself today.
Are you stupendous? Listen, we're just coming off of Memorial Day weekend. How was your holiday?
Oh, DiDi, it was stupendous. You see what I did there? You see how I put that? Yeah. Hey, I'm good, aren't I? But yeah, it was actually phenomenal. I took the family out to see Lettucey. She was performing at Piedmont Park. There were tons of people out there. I got high as a kite, even though I wasn't smoking weed.
What?
Everybody else was. I think my children got a little lit up.
What?
They were acting funny.
Yeah, a lot. So are you saying that there was some medical marijuana smelling happening in the ATL?
I don't know if it was medical, okay, but there was definitely some smells going on out there. But all in all, DiDi, I feel like people were having such a great time. Nobody caused any ruckus. It was great. Good. How'd you spend your Memorial Day?
Well, before you ask me that question, I have to shout out my girl Lettucey because she is a member of the distinguished Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. She is my soror, so shout out to Lettucey. That's right.
Shout out, girl. You did your thing. If you see this.
Yeah, so shouts out to you. And Lettucey, listen, if you are watching, come on, talk about it with your girl DiDi Skky and Maejor. But my weekend was wonderful. It was really, really good. Went out to Tampa, hung out there for the weekend, and I actually jet skied as well.
I saw that. I saw you on the back of a jet ski hugging some big, strong man. Yeah, if y'all follow DiDi on social media, man, she was booed up on that back of that jet ski.
Well, I was actually a rider, so I had to, a passenger. I had to hold on because my main thing about jet skiing is falling because I don't really care for the ocean or the bay because I don't know what's up underneath. It's not like a pool, there's all kinds of things. And if you're talking about Florida, alligators and all kinds. So yes, but nonetheless, had a really, really good weekend. But Maejor, check this out. Today's show is sponsored by WHISKED by GENO.
Oh, man.
Discover your new addiction with WHISKED by GENO. Luxury makeup brushes by celebrity makeup artist GENO Freeman. This line of pristine makeup wands are tried and tested for a perfect blend. Engineered with a unique combination of natural and synthetic fibers to create an ultimate set of brushes that are soft to touch and durable for all application processes. The order includes a set of 10 brushes and a leather traveling case. To make a purchase, visit whiskedbygeno.com. That's WHISKEDBYGENO.com. Add luxury to your makeup kit with WHISKED by GENO.
Oh, that was pretty slick.
Yes.
I tell you what, DiDi. I don't wear makeup anymore. Well, I never really wore it, but if I did, I would use Whisk by GENO to put my makeup on.
You absolutely would, because as you can see here, I have all of the brushes. I don't have the traveling case because I have it in, for it to sit up on my vanity, but this is actually the set here. So check him out, Whisk by GENO, our sponsor for today's show. Woo!
Oh, yo, shout out to GENO.
Yes. The good thing about this show is that you guys, the audience, you can engage with us. We want to hear your feedback, your comments, your questions, your concerns. We want you to engage with us. But the most important thing is for you to like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching us right now on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. You want to be notified when we have, we could have some pop-up shows. Isn't that right, Maejor? We're working on some stuff, and it may not be on a Wednesday.
Yeah, we got some stuff in the works. We're gonna surprise you all.
That's right. That's right. We're working on a whole lot for you guys. So also, if you're following us on Facebook, forward this live to your friends, your family. They want to join in right now so they can engage in this interview that's going to be, again, off the chain, because my guy is here. My college mate, Mr. K.A. Skky, he said he was Mr. Montgomery. He was the mayor of Montgomery, of the Gump. So Reggie Barlow is in the house, the coach of the DC Defenders XFL, and he's a former NFL player. So he's going to inform us on so much that's going on in the XFL. What is the XFL for those of you who may not be familiar with that particular sport, as well as what's going on with the NFL, what's life after the NFL. So Reggie is here to talk to us. But Maejor, before we interview Reggie,
what's going on?
We're going to introduce a new segment. It's called Two Truths and a Tale.
Oh, DiDi, what's going on with this? Tell me about Two Truths and a Tale. Oh,
so I'm the subject, and I'm going to tell you two truths and one tale. And the audience, we want you guys to engage in this opportunity. We want you to join in with Maejor to guess which one of the three that you see there is the actual tale. So you have three categories. Category A, I flashed actor Shamar Moore. Did you see that? Look, you...
Come on, DiDi.
I flashed actor Shamar Moore. Truth or fiction? B, I was chased by a mob of fans.
Okay, I could see that. I could see that.
I was actually chased by a mob of fans. That's B.
Mm-hmm.
And C, I auditioned for the Miami Heat dancers, and I was actually selected. Because y'all know I got some dance skills now. If you're following me on social media, you already know. And I was a cheerleader for Alabama State.
DiDi. Yeah. Listen, I think I know which one it is as far as which one the tale is. But if I'm correct, we need to have a talk after this, and we need to discuss the truths, because the truths are what I'm concerned about.
You're not concerned about the truths? Well,
we're gonna have we're gonna have to have a hard conversation.
Well, I think that it's going to be difficult for you guys to decipher, for you to detect where the lie is, because I can tell a good story. I am a very good storyteller. So Brandy is here, and Brandy says she knows the answer. But if you think you know the answer, don't you tell it.
Hey, yo, if y'all think y'all know the answer, just put it in the comments, because I want to know who's going to be right.
Put it in the comments.
Don't let us down.
But for now, we want you to marinate on that. I'm not going to play it right now. So marinate on those A, B, or C. I flashed fine actor Shamar Moore. I was chased by a mob of Raven fans. Or C, I auditioned for the Miami Heat dancers, and I actually was selected. Okay? But we're not going to get into it now. We're going to hop right into our special guest for tonight. He is my friend, college classmate from the Alabama State University. He played in the NFL for the Jacksonville Jaguars, for the Oakland Raiders, and he actually won a Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He is now the coach of the DC Defenders for the XFL, Give it up for my friend, Reggie Barlow.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Coach Barlow?
What's happening? How you guys doing?
All is well. I am so excited to have you on the show. I know your schedule is, extremely busy. So I am humbled that you have taken the time out of your schedule to join us tonight. So thank you so much, Reggie.
Yeah, no problem at all. I mean, I'm actually humbled as well. Obviously, I've always had a lot of respect for you and what you've done and your platform. And obviously, just giving us an opportunity to come on here and share a little bit means a lot to us. So thank you for giving us this opportunity and look forward to it.
Absolutely. So before we hop into this interview, congratulations for winning the XFL North Division Championship.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. Obviously, to have an opportunity to be successful in anything, right? It's the people that you populate yourself with, right? And we had amazing coaches, amazing support staff, and our director player personnel, and Miss Stacy Johnson, our team operation person. But more importantly, we had some outstanding players, and they did a good job for us. They took coaching and made us really proud. We're proud of them, and hopefully they'll get to live out the dreams of their lives.
That's right. And we'll dive a little bit deeper into the XFL. And for those who may not be familiar with the XFL, we'll, to dive into that a little bit more so that they can understand it as well. But I want to go back a little bit. You grew up in Montgomery, Alabama. Why did you decide to stay at home and attend, an HBCU, particularly the Alabama State University?
Yeah, Alabama State University is a huge part of my life. I am who I am because of the things that I learned and experienced at Alabama State from my teammates and our coaches that we had there, professors, just that entire community. And to be honest, DiDi, I only received one scholarship offer, and that was from Alabama State. So it wasn't like I had all of these options. It was, right, my passion was baseball. I had an opportunity maybe to go play at Southern Union Junior College for baseball, but Coach Markham, Houston Markham, his son and I played ball together in high school baseball. And that's where he saw me at, on the baseball field. Like, who's that guy? And Alabama State was the only school that offered me a scholarship, offered me a full ride. So obviously we chose to go there. They had some amazing players there that were my mentors, Reggie Brown and Ricky Jones, Eddie Robertson. Just a really good group of guys. So, Bama State was everything for me.
Right. And interesting enough, you said only one school, made an offer to you. However, you were drafted to the Jacksonville Jaguars in '96. Tell us about that and how that, felt for you coming from an HBCU, of course, where we don't really have the opportunity to be seen as much as your Division I schools. So how did that feel to you to actually be drafted in '96?
Yeah, that was an extremely proud moment for us. Just being blessed to get drafted. We know, everybody have that desire to make it to the next level. And we had coaches that invested in me while I was at Alabama State, offensive coordinators. We had some amazing teammates that pushed me, encouraged me to be the best every day and compete at a high level in practice. So we were able to do it in the game. And we had success as a junior, and then we had more success as a senior at Alabama State. So those opportunities came along with the Senior Bowl and the Blue-Gray All-Star Game, playing that stuff. And then just being able to be drafted, right? I mean, there's a lot of guys in this world that would love the opportunity to get drafted, to play in the NFL, to experience that. And we're just blessed that we had one team, right? That's all it takes, right? It took one team to give me an opportunity in college, and that was Alabama State. And then it took one team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, Tom Coughlin as a head coach, to give us the opportunity to get drafted. And we went and we learned and we made the best of it. The pro game is far different than college, but we learned a lot. We played with some amazing guys. We were blessed to go on and have an 8-year career. Played there in Jacksonville, Tampa Bay, and with the Oakland Raiders. So it was a good time.
Right. And so let's go back a little bit more in regards to the HBCUs and the opportunities to move forward to the NFL or have the same vision, the opportunities that the other schools have. So Deion Sanders recently made a decision to leave Jackson State and take the offer at University of Colorado. He received a lot of backlash for that. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I think I'm all for people having the opportunity to move forward. I think for some reason, the energy that Coach Prime had coming in just made a lot of people form their opinion like, hey, he was there to stay and would never leave and all that stuff. But I mean, you got to know, right? We all want to be prosperous. We all want to show our worth. We all want to show what we do and then to be able to move on. So it's no different than me leaving Virginia State, right, to come and be a head coach in the XFL. And I love Virginia State. That about Virginia State.
Of course I do.
That is my favorite school in the world, right? I love that place. And yeah, you coach and you experience and you want an opportunity to do more. And you leave, all right, but you leave it better than what it was when you came. And that way it's good to leave then, right? It feels better to leave when you leave it better than what it was before you got there. So I think Primetime did that. Coach Prime did that. And, kudos to him. I'm hoping and I believe, I'm not going to bet against him, that he's going to do a great job at Colorado.
And so do you think that he was instrumental in kind of shedding the light and exposing the talent in HBCUs to the NFL, or, just making it more prominent? Or what do you think about that? Because of, of course, his statue.
Yeah. I mean, Coach Prime did a lot, right? I think what happened was HBCUs, SWAC, MEAC, SIAC, CIAA, our light had become a little dim, right? Because we've had guys drafted in my year, and Jackson State had guys drafted. Sylvester Morris come to mind. They had 2 first-rounders drafted in the same draft some years back. And there's been some great Hall of Famers that played at Jackson State, Grambling and Southern. So we've had guys that come through our HBCUs and get drafted and go, Mike Strahan. I can name a lot of guys. But what happened, I think our light had became a little dim. And when Coach Prime came, he brought that light back, and saying, hey, we have guys here that can play on the highest level. And we're grateful for him for what he did and bringing that light. And there's been some improvement. There's been some things done, right? But I mean, let's be real about it, right? There needs to be more. There needs to be more done for our guys to have an opportunity to show that they can compete on that level. And I'm pulling for them, right? I mean, that's no different than me being a HBCU player, being an HBCU coach, right? Yes. And getting an opportunity to coach on a professional level. You want to show your worth. And so we're grateful for Coach Prime for what he did while he was at Jackson State.
Absolutely. And after your career, as we've mentioned, you actually coached for Alabama State. And then you went on, as you mentioned, to coach for Virginia State University. And so do you think that you were able to, instill some values and some different skill sets in those players that you touched at each school?
Yeah. I mean, I think, I am who I am as a coach because of the coaches that coached me and the way that they coached me and the way that they cared, right? I don't care how smart you are in football and what you know. if you don't show these guys that you care about them and their families and their loved ones, you're not going to get a whole lot out of them, right? So I learned a lot from Tom Coughlin, a Houston Markham, a John Gruden, a Richard Mann, guys that coached me and guys that I took notes, right? Because I knew at some point I'm going to coach and I'm going to be able to lean on the things that Rich Bisaccia said in our special team meetings that had meaning to it, right? And I kept a book the whole time I was in NFL of quotes and thoughts and things. So everywhere we've been, at Virginia State, at Alabama State, we wanted to have an impact. We wanted to build men. And the most beautiful thing for us and for me to see right now is, we've had 23 guys that have either signed NFL contracts, invited to mini camps, or invited for tryouts in the NFL from Virginia State and Alabama State. But what's even more beautiful is seeing the guys that didn't get those opportunities to go in the NFL, and now they're working at outstanding corporations. They're engineers, they're fathers, they're leading families, they're pastors. And that's really cool to me to see that you have part in cultivating the mindset of these young men, and they're gone on and doing a lot of wonderful things. So they might have thought, Ms. DiDi, that I made them better, but they made me so much better as a coach, just being there at Virginia State, just being there at Alabama State. I mean, they gave me the juice, gave us the juice and the energy that we needed to be successful.
Absolutely. And I'm going to digress just a little bit, but, shouts out to you for pouring into me during my time at Virginia State, where I was getting my master's and you were my work study supervisor. So,
Yeah, I had to sign off. I had to sign off on those hours and all the work you did over there, man. I put you to work a little bit, right? Hey, go shuffle through these papers and hey,
don't tell too much, because I don't want them to retract my master's.
That was a good time. Well, I tell you what was really cool was one day I think we FaceTimed some of the guys from ASU.
Right.
And I was like, hey, check out who's my, work study student, right? And it was like, that's D. Like, yeah. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yes. Relationships and family, man. If you're thinking about what school you want to go to HBCU. I'm telling you that you're going to have an experience of a lifetime, and those relationships and friendships, last forever. So you won a Super Bowl championship with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What did that mean to you?
Well, the team that they had assembled there in Tampa was an amazing team. I mean, right now, I think there's 5 guys that are in the Hall of Fame. Warren Sapp, Derrick Brooks, Lynch, Mike Allstott, Rondé Barber. I mean, this team was built with just a bunch of really good football players and amazing leaders. And then John Gruden, who was the head coach, and just bringing his energy and his enthusiasm to that, made that thing go. But it was a wonderful, wonderful year. It's hard to win a Super Bowl.
Yes.
It is extremely hard. And just to have all of these guys on the same page, the same mindset, the same energy, to go and pull it out. And although we had our starters, we had great guys that played in different roles, right? That stepped up and played. Greg Spires come to mind. Shelton Quarles come to mind. We just had an amazing team where nobody cared who got the credit. We just went to work. We, played and practiced the right way. Everybody held everybody accountable. And that's, as I talk to our teams all the time, the best teams, the teams that win championships, the head coach isn't the one that's leading that team, right? He's giving all these messages and this and that. It ain't the offensive coordinator or the defensive coordinator. It is the players. It is the players that lead that team and hold each other accountable, those are the best teams. And you have your leaders, and those guys going to respect. We knew what Derrick Brooks was, right? When he speak, because he didn't say a whole lot, but when he talked, he has the command of the room because he was our leader. Warren Sapp, Brad Johnson, Keenan McCardell. I mean, just a lot of really good guys. A memory I'll have forever, right? Got a Super Bowl ring. Just blessed and happy to have been a part of that. And, real grateful for Coach Gruden for I played for him out there in Oakland, and he thought enough of me when he left to bring me with him to Tampa. So I was really excited about it.
I love me some Chucky.
Yeah, I do too. That's my guy.
Coach Gruden, what was the locker room like? What was that? What was the ambiance like? Was it, from before the start of the game, during halftime? Where are you guys? What's the mindset? And before you answer, shouts out to Annette. Shouts out to Levi. He says congrats to the DC Defenders. But what was the mindset for you and your team? What was the atmosphere like?
Yeah, so I really documented all of that because I knew, like, man, you don't get this right every week or every season. And back then they had that little camera or whatever, VHS and all that stuff. So I have it documented, like we won the game in Philadelphia, the NFC Championship. And they say, hey, look, we're flying back to Tampa. You guys got to pack your clothes and we're flying out to San Diego for the game. And I got recorded on the airplane, like conversations, and everybody's doing their thing. And then how everybody was so loose during the week, and practice was amazing. Guys going out having dinner with each other. Keyshawn Johnson and I, we went out a couple times and hung out. That's my dude. And then, like, you walk in the locker room. Well, media day is a spectacle of its own. I captured all of that. I mean, just really good stuff, right? Good content. But what I love about it is when it was going to the stadium on game day, and I said, complete silence.
Right.
I was like, somebody's in trouble.
Oh, that's really?
And it's not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but the team that we're about to play against, they in trouble.
They about to feel it, huh?
Oh my God. With these dudes, Derrick Brooks, Joe Vicious. I mean, and once we went in the locker room and everybody did what we call Rain Man, whatever it is you do, get yourself ready to play. And then you go out and compete. And the most memorable moment after the game is walking in the locker room and there not being any champagne. And Warren Sapp goes crazy.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Warren Sapp was on your team. Warren he was really off the chain.
That's my guy, bro. Like, he texted me this morning.
I've hung out with Warren a couple of times. Warren is a trip. He's off the chain.
He texted me this morning. Like, he has a passion for fishing, obviously for football and stuff. So we stay in contact. But he had covered his clothes up because he's like, okay, after the game, we're gonna win this thing. And champagne popping. And there was no champagne, and he was offended. Oh my God. And I've sent that video to him. I'm like, bro, look at you right here after the game.
Did they bring, because you guys were playing at another field, and so in their mind they thought that you guys weren't gonna win, so you ain't need no champagne.
You know what? That might have been the thought process of whoever, but we played the Raiders and we were in San Diego. So obviously, the Super Bowl typically is played at a neutral site unless I think somebody a year or two ago ended up playing their home stadium or something. But yeah, everybody thought there was going to be some bottle popping in there, and there was nothing.
So they never brought it?
No. And 9-9 was like not real happy about that. So he let everybody know. But I have to share that video with you one day. It's pretty
Please,
good.
I was just about to ask. You have definitely got to show me that video. Shouts out to Jeffrey. He is actually watching us from Europe. So shouts out to you. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Keep up the good work. So proud of you. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. You were talking about, doing your dances and all of that before the game, getting riled up. Do you have a ritual? Do you have something that you do for each and every game, the way you prepare, or do you have a certain song that you like to hear to get ready?
Yeah. So now as a coach, obviously music is a connector for me. I love music. I was actually a DJ at a radio station my senior year in high school and my first 2 years in college at WHISKED radio station in Montgomery, Alabama. So I know a little something about the ones and twos and curing music and going to commercial breaks and all that stuff. So, but anyway, as a player, it was more or less saving energy, no negative mental clutter. Let's listen to some music to get us going. As a coach, I have to go out on the field and walk around the field and just admire the stadium and all that stuff. And it's empty when we first get there. And I'm like, man, in 30 minutes to an hour, this place is going to be packed. And there's going to be people screaming from here and screaming from there and screaming from here. And the thought is we want to make sure that they're screaming for the right reasons, right? That we're having success. And I'm playing music. I play music, and my players will tell you now, I got range on me now. I have, hey, I might be playing Kodak Black. I might be playing Lil Baby. I might be playing some Drake, always Lil Wayne, right? Okay. Even Tim McGraw was our song this year, Humble and Kind. We played a whole bunch of that. Man, and the list goes on. Yo Gotti, Jesus. Okay. I mean, just Gucci Man. I mean, getting that mind right. It takes a lot,
yeah, right? You hyped up.
So we listen to a lot of music. So and that gets the players hyped, that gets the coaches hyped, and everybody have their own little way of doing it. But my thing is music, man. Eminem. I mean, I'm about to sing you that. I'm gonna have to sing that pregame playlist. I was gonna say,
and you have to. So I need to. Couple of things. I need to see the video of Warren Sapp acting fool in the locker room after the game. Got to see that, and I need to get that playlist, pregame playlist. I get hyped up before my shows and before if I'm hosting something or MC, anything I'm doing, I need to get in my zone. I get in my zone.
Yeah.
So
if I sing you that Eminem Survival, that's a song he made called Survivor. Lord have mercy. This song is,
I need to hear that.
It's legit.
I need to hear that. Shouts out to Nicole. Coco Venus is here with us. She says Bama State in the house. Beta Eta, Beta Zeta. That's right. The Deltas and the Kappas in the house. Shouts out to us. And also shouts out to Delisha, Linda, Phyllis. Thank you all, guys. I'm just so excited that you guys are joining us.
My cousin is watching. Linda Burt, man. That's my cousin. She's my biggest, she comes to all of my games at Virginia State, her and my cousin. Then all of my games with the Defenders. She came to all of them until she went to I think she went to London or she went somewhere and was gone for a while. She missed a few at the end, but she's always her and my cousin Bert. They've always come and support. So I love them. I appreciate them so much.
That's right. There's nothing like the support of family, the support of friends, the support of our organization. So again, I don't take this lightly. I appreciate you guys all for being here. Reggie, NFL, I've heard people would say all the time that NFL stood for not for long. Life after the league, what do you do? What are your plans? Do you, because I know that there are programs when you're in the league, in terms of your money management. Do they also provide you with life after the league? Or is that something that you need to actually kind of bring to the table and have that plan set for you in your life?
Yeah, I think the NFL over the years has done a really good job. And obviously they've gotten better with the resources of helping guys make that transition. And, it's an extremely sensitive topic because it's not easy to do, right? You've been playing football since you were in the 7th grade, in my case. some guys have been playing since they were little league football.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden you turn 31, 32, you've played 8 years, 10 years, 12 years, and now you got to hang it up. Mm-hmm. So what? Now what? Right? And mentally, it can send you into depression. It could send you to some really, really dark places. And it sent me there, right? Of not quite knowing how to operate, figure it out, not being able to go to the locker room, not having those teammates, those 53 guys, not having these coaches and that type of deal. So it really sent me to a dark place. I know I'm not the only one that has happened to, because it's hard, right? And even when you go and do something else, Miss DiDi, you do it 6 months, 8 months, a year, and it's still not football. It don't give you what football gave you.
I can
and the brotherhood, and that's the challenge. That's hard, right? And for me, when I retired, it's like, man, what do I do now? Try business and that type of stuff, but that wasn't the brotherhood, right? And then eventually I went and just started volunteer coaching at Bellingraph Middle School, which my dream was actually to be the head coach at Bellingraph one day. I didn't think about pro or college, but anyway, I went and did that, and then I volunteered at Lanier High School, and then getting the opportunity to go and coach at Alabama State. And it wasn't the same brotherhood that you have in the NFL, but it was a different type brotherhood that you can attach yourself to, that will give you that, that idea of family that you had in the NFL. And obviously latching on to that, seeing guys develop, seeing guys get opportunities to play in the pros, seeing guys going on and being fathers and just great guys. That's when like the whole thing transition and shift. New wine, new skin, right? It was for me when I got involved in coaching, but leaving the NFL was extremely hard and was in some really dark places when that thing was over. So you're talking about guys that have probably been really good all their life, have been really successful in their sport all their life, until now, you got to start at the bottom as a volunteer coach, or you got to start at the bottom at whatever job. And people at that point, you play for so and so, but I mean,
wow, yes, oh my goodness, so that is the transition. And I think a lot of us in our careers, when we're in our careers and we have to transition. So I can certainly relate. I can relate to that. And I know and have a lot of friends who are in the NFL, and I've watched the transition, from being a celebrity, someone famous on the field, camaraderie, and then, life after. And so not being able, to balance or be able to, to transition. But let's get into this XFL. What is the XFL for those out there who may not know? What is the XFL?
The XFL is a lot of things, but I'll tell you one of the things that it is the League of Opportunities. It is a league that gives people who ordinarily wouldn't have an opportunity to play on a professional team, to manage a professional team, to be a head coach of a professional team. It gives them those opportunities to show that they are capable and that they are able to produce, at a high level. Obviously, in the NFL, there's 53 guys, a 53-man roster where you typically make a team. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, which obviously he's affiliated with the XFL, and he's done an amazing job with his commitment. Miss Danny Garcia, who's our chairwoman, who's an amazing lady, and what she does. And she is, let me just tell you, if you're a young lady, minority or not a minority, if you're a young lady and you want to find out how to do it, study that lady. She's a boss. She's good. She's diversified herself in some amazing ways. She's the owner of the league, the first woman to own a league, right? And for me, I'm all about mindset. It's her and Dwayne were dating back when Dwayne was in college, and he had the desire to go to the NFL. And he had an opportunity, but he got hurt. So he ended up going to Canada, and obviously he was a good player, but the whole story is he was always player 54, just not good enough to be on the 53-man roster. So that's the thought process behind our league. And now, instead of our guys that play in the U.S. Having to go over to Canada or having to go over to any other place overseas to play football, we got our league right here. All right. It's necessary. Everybody can't play or make it in the NFL initially. Maybe you need a little more development. Maybe you need to get bigger, stronger, get some more film. Well, the XFL is that league that gives you an opportunity to do that. And it's not just for the players, right? I mean, there's coaches that we have that are getting the opportunity to show that they belong and that they deserve an opportunity to coach on that level. And I'll just speak on our staff. Our whole goal when we built our staff, obviously we wanted NFL experience, but we wanted a diversified staff. We wanted guys from HBCUs. We may have 5 or 6 guys from HBCU schools, Alabama State grad, Jeremy Watkins, Shannon Harris, a Tennessee State grad, Deion Harris played for us at Virginia State, Al Vance Robinson, played at Alabama State. So we're giving these guys an opportunity to show that they can coach, right? They went out, they coached, a great job with their groups. Guys performed at a high level, and our team had a lot of success. And it was because we populated ourselves with good coaches like Fred Keiss, who's been a long time HBCU coach, Greg Williams, who's been a long time NFL coach. So the NFL is necessary. I mean, the XFL is necessary. All right. It's giving guys an opportunity to go and play. And if you've looked and studied any of the past news, I mean, there's probably, I don't want to put a number on it, but there's been a lot of guys that play in our XFL that have signed on with NFL teams. I know we have 3 so far, which I believe we'll have more. Our punter, Danny Whelan, is gone. Lucky Jackson has signed on. Gardner, our linebacker, these guys, he signed with the Commanders. So guys are getting a chance to show their stuff, and we just appreciate the XFL, the XFL ownership, the XFL leadership, front office for giving us this platform, and we don't take it lightly, and we've been having a good time with it.
Yes, I actually saw that you posted that, so I'm glad that you mentioned that, having one of your players or several of your players to actually go to the NFL, transition to the NFL.
Yeah, that's important to us. I mean, the reason why we do this is to give these guys a platform, coach them up, develop them, so they will have an opportunity to go and live that dream. They want to play in the NFL. We know what that looks like. We've had that with college players, and now we get to develop pro guys and create those same type of opportunities. So we built the culture there with the DC Defenders, with our team and our mindset and who we are as a team and how we operate. And it takes the players buying into that. And they did a good job of buying into how we operate and allowed us to be successful, right? We won a lot of games. It didn't finish the way we wanted it, Jesus Christ, but we're blessed and happy to have an opportunity to play and represent the Northern Division in the XFL championship game.
You mind if I cut in just a second here?
Absolutely.
Because I'm listening to, and I'm super inspired. So I didn't realize that players from the XFL were there to train and get strong to go to the NFL. my question to you is, Coach Barlow, what's the likelihood that someone like myself in his mid to late 30s, who's never played football, but may have the desire to play football? Now, I did play a little flag football this weekend at the Memorial Day, but what's the likelihood that somebody as such as myself can come to the XFL and get that hand up to the NFL?
Right. Yeah. Jello in the microwave. No chance.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that. Carry on.
Jello in the microwave, my brother.
Jello in the microwave.
All right.
Reggie,
I think I understand the analogy. No,
you
I understand the analogy just fine.
Thank you.
I did try. Hey, man, if you change your mind, man, just, you hit me up on Twitter or something like that.
I tell you what, Maejor, just in our brief interaction, I know that you're a sharp guy, especially when it comes to
technology
and producing and all that stuff. And hey, man, we'll let you come and do something else outside of getting on that field, man. We don't want to get you hurt out there.
We appreciate you, Maejor. You really tried, though.
I did try.
Speaking of Reggie and his quotes, though, Annette, shouts out to Annette. Annette said that you mentioned quotes. Do you have one that is your favorite? Do you have a favorite quote?
Listen, I read a lot. I listen to Dr. Martin Luther King a whole bunch. I ain't just in February, right? Not Black History Month. This is a date. I listen to this guy. I listen to a lot of pastors, and because you need material to be able to inspire and encourage your people. I love this one is on here. If you take care of your preparation, right, to do it in public, anything that you're going to be asked to perform on a high level in public, you got to do it in private before you can do it in public. If you don't think you have to do the work in private, then you're not going to be able to produce and do the work in public. So we have a bunch of things that we like to put in the fiber of our football players. The dash is one: discipline, attitude, sacrifice, habit, and hearts. That's one. Family, our acronym for family is, you know what? Forget about me. I love you. And it goes on and on and on, where we just continue to win, right? We talk about winning on game day. Well, to win on game day, you got to take care of what's important now. WIN, right? So I can't say that I have a favorite. There's a lot of them that we use to trigger the mindset of our players and our coaches, and to make it part of their fiber. And that's how we communicate. That's our defenders' language. We are constantly talking about things to trigger those guys. And if we say it, the goal is, hey, let them be able to finish the sentence. If we say the best ability, they're going to say accountability. I mean, it's part of their fiber. So that's how we operate. And if you got any good quotes that you want to send me, hey, send them to me. I love to use them.
Okay. All right. Let me think of some. I have mine come kind of off the top of my dome. So, if I think of something, I definitely will. You know what, mate? I can put it up there. So, Reggie, you created a book entitled I Am and I Will Be, a coloring book with positive affirmations for girls. What was the inspiration behind it?
I appreciate you doing your homework on there. It's nothing like a great host, but it was actually for girls and boys. So there's a girls book, affirmation book for young girls. And then there's a affirmation book for little boys, young boys. And then both books have coloring books that accompany. And I really believe that what we think about will expand. We must, especially during these times where we're losing so many of our boys and girls to all type of stuff, we got to speak positivity in them, right? We have to speak positive stuff into them so they can create in their mindset that they can be successful, that they are strong, that they are a child of God, that they do have great character, that they are beautiful, that they are smart. And the more that you can say that to those kids, right, it's good. But the more that they can say it to themselves and read it, right? You become what you repeatedly think and do. And some folks think it's gimmicky, but I think it works. How do you talk to yourself? And that's why we did it. We've had great fun with it. We've had hosted where we literally give these books away, right? And if there's any of your viewers, your followers that want a book, need a book, want to come read the book, man, we there. That's what that's what we're for. Like, you know, DiDi, the two most important days in our life is the day that we're born, and then and then the second day is the day that we realize why that we was born. And like God put me on this earth to serve his people. And that's a lot of times in coaching. But then sometimes it's writing a book. There's all type of ways. So while I'm here to serve and live like that.
Yes. I actually purchased a book for my niece. So congratulations on that. And you are so correct that speaking life, you know, life and death is in the power of the tongue. And so you have to speak life. You have to believe that you know, have the power and the energy to create whoever you desire to be. So I appreciate you for that book and for, you know, pouring into our young boys and our young girls. Before you go, Reggie, oh my goodness, I hate to see you leave, but before you go, tell the audience how they can support the DC Defenders, you know, how they can come out and check out the games. I'm going to be looking for my tickets for next season. So I'm going to add to that list that you have for me. But tell the audience how they can, you know, support the DC Defenders.
Well, the DC Defenders, obviously, xfl.com. You can go and click on our Defenders link, and obviously you'll be able to get team apparel, updates about our team, and all that stuff. On social media is the DC Defenders on Instagram, Twitter, all of that stuff. Obviously, most of my stuff I retweet or requote from our XFL Defenders, social media page. So for us, it's Coach Reggie Barlow on Instagram, and on Twitter, it's Reggie Barlow. Facebook, it's Reggie Barlow. I told Miss DiDi my MySpace, I still have that if y'all need it.
But, got your MySpace.
No, I don't. I never had a MySpace, no. So, but yeah, those are ways. And hey, we encourage you. We want you to support all of the XFL teams. It's a great league. It's necessary. There's a lot of positive things taking place, but definitely support the DC Defenders. And we appreciate, you know, just people coming out to the game. People from ASU came out support. People from Virginia State University came out support. Man, it was a good time this season, and we're looking forward to the next one.
Well, I am looking forward to being there at one of the next games. And congratulations. Thank you, Maejor. Congratulations for being awarded the Coach of the Year for the XFL.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's, there again, when you are nominated for an individual award, it's normally a lot of people that have held you up to be able to do that. Our assistant coaches, Vaughn Hutchins, our director of player personnel, Miss Stacy Johnson, our team operation, by the way, a minority female that's in that role, that's killing it, doing a great job. And man, our support staff with our trainers, our managers, our equipment managers, and then our players, man. We had football players, and those guys did a great job for us. And we'll take this award for them. We'll make sure that DC people in that area get a chance to have that award. But certainly humble, certainly grateful that our peers selected us for it. We appreciate it, and we'll keep it going.
That's right. Well, congratulations. I have my list. The playlist. The playlist, game time playlist.
Right.
The video of Warren Sapp acting the fool in the locker room when there was no champagne to celebrate with.
Right.
And also my DC Defenders tickets for next season.
We got you. We got all of that. I got the list, yeah. So, but yeah, we got all of that for you. We'll take care of it.
Thank you so much. Thank you again, my friend Reggie. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
So I'll tell you and Maejor this, right?
Yes.
10 lepers were healed by God, right? 10 lepers were healed by God. Only one turned around and said, thank you. In my pursuit of following that one leper that said, thank you, I am saying to you guys, thank you for allowing me to come on your platform, an opportunity to tell our story about what we've done in our life. And we appreciate you guys for all that you guys do. Much success to you guys. Keep killing it. And whatever we can do to help, man. Call us up.
Oh, man, that's an honor. It has been an honor to meet you, man.
Yes.
Tremendous honor.
Thank y'all.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Reggie.
All right. See y'all.
Bye. My goodness. What a wonderful, wonderful show. Shouts out to the game changer, my friend, my college classmate, Reggie Barlow, coach of the XFL DC Defenders. Woo! Maejor. Reggie said, Jello in a microwave.
Did we heard him say it. We don't necessarily need to hear you repeat that. I don't know why you feel like that's acceptable. Okay, I'm hurting, and I'm hurting.
Okay, I didn't mean for him to hurt your feelings, but I knew he was going to tell you like a T.I. is. I knew he was going to, because that's just him. So listen, it is time, Reggie. I'm calling you Reggie. Oh my God.
It's all good. It's all good.
It is time, Maejor, for us to play Two Truths and a Tale before we get ready to go.
Why didn't you believe me?
All right, let's just admit it. That didn't happen.
All right, let's just admit it. That didn't happen. I want you to say that at the end, Maejor, in that voice as well. Okay, so Two Truths and a Tale. This is how it's going to go. I'm going to share 3 stories, those 3 that you see there. And I want you, my audience there, to join in with Maejor to try to guess which one of those 3 is a straight out lie. Okay? So here we go. Two Truths and a Tale.
All right, DiDi.
I flashed actor Shamar Moore. Okay, really quick story. It was my birthday in Miami. I was preparing with my friends. We had a whole, bus load of us. We had the tour, not the tour bus, but the SUV limousine, the big limo. We had that happening and going on. We had the, hotel. And so we left the hotel, me and my crew. We go to one party because we're going to go, we're club hopping before we go to my big party, which was at Club Bermuda in Miami. And so we go to one party, and that's at this place called Club Bed. Now, those of you from Miami that know about Club Bed, Club Bed was the bomb back then. So I walk in the club, I'm hanging out. I got having this tailor-made, this outfit that I actually had made and designed for me for that night. And it happened to be very low cut. And Shamar Moore happened to be in the club that night. Yes, Shamar Moore from The Stories, as we call them. And from what's my show? Oh my gosh, the one that I love so much on Netflix, SWAT. Yes.
I only know him from that one bad Tyler Perry movie. Well, it wasn't a bad Tyler Perry movie. It was the one where he had them
the bad cornrows.
Boy.
Well, nonetheless, I was standing next to Shamar, and he said to me, we were, just standing there talking and everything. And, I'm dancing. And when I danced, obviously my top came open. And so he looked down at me. He was like, baby girl. And he pointed, and I was like, oh. So my whole little side was out. And so I had to, cover it back up. But I shimmied for him like that before I covered it back up. Okay. So that's A. I flashed actor Shamar Moore. B. I was chased by a mob of fans. So at the time, I was actually a DJ for 99 Jams in Miami. I was also doing a very popular show called Video Mix. And Video Mix was a call-in show. And so people would call in. Who is this saying, I know the answer already? You know what? Nicole, no, you can't respond. You, Donna, Brandy, all of y'all, you do not respond. So anyways, so as I would, host the show, people would call in. My co-host happened to be Trina's DJ. He was my co-host on my show, and he would mix on my show as well. But he was also Trina's tour DJ. And so when I would go out, rather on appearances or even on the show, even though I would say it's your girl, the DiDi Skky, DiDi Skky, people would still call in and say Trina. I don't know why people would think that I was Trina, but I had this big thing going on that people thought that I was Trina in Miami. And so one day after a club, my sister, who was my manager at the time, Donna, we were coming from a spot that I had did a special appearance at. We went to Denny's. We're, going to Denny's to grab, some, what pie was it? I think Donna was getting the apple pie. I was getting the key lime pie. And so nonetheless, we come in, we go, and there's a busload of people out there, and they happen to be a limousine. So we come in, and as soon as we come in, there's like these kids look like they were either, I don't know if it was a spring break or what was going on. There's a lot of young people in there. So we walk in, and I heard somebody say, there's Trina. Okay, I walked past them because we would have this issue all the time. Walked past them, came back from the bathroom. As we're standing there getting ready to place our order, the whispers started to become louder. And it went from, there's Trina, whispers, 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 to, can we get your autograph? And so I said, I'm not Trina, I'm DiDi. And they were like, so you just gonna lie to us? They didn't believe me. So we ended up running out, me and Donna ended up running out of Denny's, and the mob chased us down Biscayne Boulevard in Miami. And so I was chased by a mob of fans. B, C, all of y'all know that I have danced all of my life. If you follow me on social media, you see that I post all of my little dance routines and my choreography. I love dancing. As a child, I grew up dancing ballet, tap, jazz, all of that good stuff. I cheered. And so after college at Alabama State, the Alabama State University, mind you, I decided that, and I cheered for Alabama State as well. I was actually going to go out to be a stingette, right? One of the dancers. Did you, I can do those little moves, Maejor.
Yeah, D, I saw you on Instagram doing some kind of, what were you doing, man? Was that hip hop abs or something?
Yes, it's a hip hop choreography. So yes, again, I love to dance. And so I was going to go out for the stingettes, but I decided to do the cheerleaders instead. So I cheer for Alabama State, but nonetheless, after school, I moved back home and I thought about auditioning for the Miami Heat dancers. And at the time, they had one of my favorite coaches for the dance team. Her name was Jennifer Bell. Woo. Everybody know how much I love me some Jennifer Bell. And so I found out that she was actually the coach. And I was like, I'm going to go and try out for the Miami Heat dancers. Well, I go out, I pick out this, costume for me to wear. And for those of you, of course, who aren't familiar, my mom is a designer. And so when I was in, growing up in the dance recitals and all that, my mom would make a lot of my costumes. But I didn't ask her to make that one. I went to the store, I bought this really cute set, of course it was black and red and white for the Miami Heat dancers. Go out and I pick up the routine like that. And I go out there and I make it. I made the team, but I actually was offered the opportunity to DJ for 99 Jams, and I couldn't do both. There was no way for me to do both. So I took the DJ opportunity. So those were my stories. A, I flashed actor Shamar Moore. B, I was chased by a mob of fans. And C, I auditioned for the Miami Heat dancers, and I actually was selected. Which one?
Ah, boy. What do I win?
You will win the playlist that Coach Reggie is going to give me. I'll give it to you. I'll share it with you.
Okay, I tell you what. Can I also get the video of Warren not being happy about the champagne? And then I'll consider it.
That may end up, streaming on social media, and then Warren will come after us. And honey, like, well,
Right.
Warren
All right. Okay. I'm gonna tell you first before I tell you what I think. I think that you are a phenomenal storyteller because I had my suspicions in the beginning, but now I don't know which one it is. Now, Deborah says C is the lie.
Deborah says C is the lie. Okay, who else?
Yeah. And then Linda says C. Linda, what are you saying? Are you saying C is the lie or C is the truth? C is the lie, I'm guessing, Linda?
Right.
And Annette said C is the tail.
Too.
They I think we got some Levi R also says C. You know, I don't have my own mind, DiDi. I think they're saying that C is the lie.
C is the lie. Really?
C is the lie.
Y'all would flash Shamar Moore.
You know what, DiDi? I thought that was the lie.
Linda said C is the truth.
C is the truth. Oh.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's two truths and a lie. So which one do y'all think is the lie? Because I feel
some kind of way. Okay,
I thought that the lie was Shamar Moore. I thought that was the lie. I thought A was the lie.
You think A was the lie?
I thought A was the lie, but after you said, like, I was like, why would she just flash him randomly? I was thinking that, but then I'm like, okay, if her top fell and then she did the shimmy, maybe she was having a good night, and then tried to turn it into a great night. But I'm gonna say A. That's what I'm gonna say.
B. Rhonda said B. I was chased by a mob of fans. Rhonda does not believe B.
Well, you don't look like Trina. I will give you that. You don't look like Trina.
I can tell you so many Trina stories. Oh my goodness. I can tell you so many Trina stories. It would blow your mind.
I met Trina in Miami. She was real nice, at least to me.
I'm the baddest. Who's bad?
B is the lie. Somebody said B is the lie.
Okay. All right. Are y'all ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah. I'm scared, but I'm ready.
The lie is, okay, I'm going to tell you the two truths. B is the truth. I was chased by a mob of fans thinking that I was Trina. B is the truth.
Wow.
Okay. You got
that makes me feel even worse.
That leaves A, I flashed actor Shamar Moore, or C, I auditioned for the Miami Heat dancers and I actually was selected. The other truth is A, I flashed actor.
What? DiDi. Yeah, we need to. I'll tell you what we're gonna do, DiDi. We're gonna have after this is over with, stay on the line, please, because we need to have a talk, you and I.
Oh my God.
Seriously, man. What?
Oh,
that really happened?
It did.
The shimmy part happened too.
Say that again?
I'm saying the shimmy part happened too. So once you realize that
once I realized it was out, because then she was like, and then he was standing there, and I was like, okay, but I did put it back. But
oh my Lord, dude! Wow.
I did have damn it, Rhonda say.
Right, Rhonda, your feelings and my feelings are synonymous.
To my defense, though, I did have, and Levi was right. I did have the double-sided tape on the outfit. I did have, and I got pictures from that night too, but I won't show them. But I did have the double-sided tape. My, stylist made sure that I was covered, but for some reason it just kept coming out. And I mean, since it was Shamar Moore, and so
Well, DiDi, what was the name of the brand of the double-sided tape? So we don't sponsor that.
Well, I think Shamar Moore, it was his eyes. He just looked, and when he looked, it just, it came out.
Okay.
I'm gonna just give up. Okay, but thank you guys for saying that. 2 truths and a tale. That was so good. And
that was pretty good. DiDi, you are a hell of a storyteller.
That's right. I am. I told you guys that you won't be able to tell. I'm a good storyteller. But that doesn't mean that I lie. But I'm very, I exaggerate and I use my hands and I use sound effects and all that good stuff. But shouts out to the game changer, our special guest for tonight, Reggie Barlow,
Oh yeah.
coach. Yes, coach of the year, my guy. And I am so super excited to attend the DC Defender game next season and support him. So you guys make sure that you go out. Reggie has shared the history of the XFL and the NFL and the opportunities that are out there. And so make sure that you guys go out and support the XFL, especially if it is in your city or near your area. Go out and support the XFL. And I think he said that you could actually look them up on the XFL.com website. So check out their schedules and show your support to my guy Reggie. And make sure that you go out, and look at his books. Make sure that you check out his books for the kids on Amazon. So make sure that you.
So he said he had a girls and a boys version. So I'm gonna check those out for my little ones.
Yes, a girl and a boy, boys version of the book. So again, shouts out to him. Thank you guys. Shouts out to all of you for joining us tonight, for your comments, your questions, engaging with us. We are going to continue to bring you great content. So one thing that I want to make sure that I express is that we want to hear from you. We want some show ideas. If you have someone that you want to share, you would like for us to possibly have on the show, if you have some suggestions, if you have a specific topic that you would like for us to bring on, because that's why it's called Let's Talk About It, because we're going to talk about everything. Everything. There's going to be a time where I will have to tell y'all, make sure that the kids aren't around so that they don't.
Oh yeah, we've had a couple of those.
So we got some adult content. But yeah, we're going to get it in. So again, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I'm your girl, the DiDi Skky. You can follow me on all of my social platforms. That's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at DiDi Skky. Maejor, tell them how they can follow you.
I'm everywhere, DiDi. I am on all social media platforms. I used to be on MySpace. But not anymore. But yeah, you can check me out at Designed by Maejor everywhere. And follow me. My TikTok is looking a little weak. I don't know how that happened, but it's looking a little bit weak. I
forgot about that. I'm on TikTok as well. So make sure that you check me out on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna, catch one of those dance challenges.
Oh no, you're not a dancer because that was the wrong answer. So we're gonna.
First of all,
I'm just saying, DiDi. I thought that was the one. I had more faith in you.
It was a lie because I switched the information around a little bit.
Okay.
I switched the information around, so that's why it was a lie. I actually auditioned for the Atlanta Hawks.
Okay. All right.
Oh my goodness. Thank you guys again for joining us. Maejor, I couldn't do it without you, my friend.
Oh, I definitely wouldn't dare dream of doing it without you. And I'm going to take your line, DiDi, guys. Make sure you all like, share, and subscribe. Okay? Tell a friend about it. Have them come and join us because we like what we do and we want you to like it too.
Absolutely. And as well as all of the streaming platforms as well. We are on Spotify, Odyssey, Amazon Music. If you are at work and you don't have the opportunity to actually view the video, but you can listen, check us out on all of the streaming platforms. That's going to do it for the show tonight. I'm your girl, the DiDi Skky. We look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday, 6 p.m. right here on Let's Talk About It. See you soon.